We're at a time of year that is typically so special for so many, especially around our homes. For our family, our tradition has been after the day after Thanksgiving, on the Friday after Thanksgiving, so Black Friday, we go out and we cut down a Christmas tree and we bring it home and we decorate it, and we have a lot of fun doing that. And then the rest of the weekend, my wife works really hard to make our house into a Christmas home that makes it feel really special. Home is a pretty important place during the holidays, and that's one of the reasons for the next couple of weeks, as we get closer and closer to Christmas, we're going to be journeying through the book of Deuteronomy, because Deuteronomy is all about God's people coming home. After 40 years of wandering in the wilderness, they're at the doorstep of the promised land, the land that God had promised to give to them. They're home. It's a homecoming. And Moses gives them a lot of good instructions on how to enjoy it, on how to savor it, on how to remember God and the wonderful blessings that he gives us every step of the way. But the book of Deuteronomy is a homecoming in another way, too. It wasn't just a homecoming for the Israelites who were about to enjoy the home of the promised land. It was a homecoming for Moses in a different way. Remember, Moses wasn't going to be going into the promised land, but he was still going home. At the end of the book of Deuteronomy, Moses is taken to heaven. He goes to the better home, the one that our hearts are all longing for every day. And the book of Deuteronomy is really Moses' final words to the Israelites, helping them remember the past, appreciate the present, and not be scared of the future. But if Moses was going to be gone, that meant something for the Israelites who were going to be walking into the promised land. It meant that what was normal wasn't going to be around anymore. That the present and the future were going to be very different, in a way that was probably a bit uncomfortable. And I think that's probably a trait that, something that's going to characterize many of our holiday celebrations. It's going to be different. It's not going to feel normal. And for any number of reasons, your holiday plans might be changed. You might not be able to see friends and family as easily as you previously did in previous holiday celebrations. I know that for many of you, this is a holiday when you will feel kind of like the Israelites did in relation to Moses. That someone they cared about and somebody who was so strong for them wasn't going to be there to celebrate with them. And that can make the holidays really hard. Which is why the book of Deuteronomy is such an incredible blessing. In just the very first verses, as it begins to introduce the scene as Moses steps in front of the Israelites and they're about to enter the promised land, and it says that Moses began to speak his words after he had defeated Sihon and Og. Those were some of the kings who were standing in the way of their promised land. And there's an important word in that section that needs a little bit of explanation, and that is the word he. Who's the he that defeated Sihon and Og, the enemies who were standing in the way of them enjoying their new home? You might think it was Moses, but it wasn't. It was God. Remember how Moses time and again told the Israelites that God was fighting for them. God took responsibility for getting them all the way home, just like he does for you. There might be a lot of enemies getting in the way of you feeling like you're really at home this year. It could be the reminders that you don't have as much control over things as you'd like to have. This could be a season of grief if you're missing someone or something really important. Or maybe guilt if you hurt someone or if you messed up in some really big ways recently. It could be pain, it could be sickness, it could be loneliness, it could be anything. All these enemies getting in the way of you feeling like you're at home, the place where you want to be. But every one of those enemies has an enemy. It's the God who fights for you. It's the God who fought for you on a cross, who shed his own blood to win a victory that we could never win for ourselves. The one that guaranteed that one day you will be home, in the home of perfection that God has already prepared for you. The one where God wipes away every tear from your eye. The one where there's no more death, or crying, or pain, or loneliness, or pandemic, or anything that makes our hearts feel sad. God fights for you. He's fought for you in the past. He fights for you today, and he will lead you all the way home. He will not fail. So rest well tonight, my friends. God is fighting for you.